Welcome in, everyone. My name is Anthony Sanford, and I run Stock Hub. We've changed a lot of things over the last couple months. Some channels changed, so we're going to be doing a refresher for a Discord overview video. For those that are interested in joining Stock Hub, I'm going to start out on the product page here, just kind of show you a little bit about it, and then we're going to do a deep dive into the Discord here. So obviously at the top here I have some pictures of the internals of the Discord, just some member wins, kind of some downloadable guides that we offer as well. We have 3 payment plans. I have a month-to-month plan, which is $19 a month. I have a yearly subscription, which is $190 for the year. You get 2 months free, and there's also a lifetime subscription as well. So again, just kind of telling you the pricing down here. Obviously, you got reviews here if you'd like to see my reviews. And again, you can get this all at wap.com/stock-hub. And just reviews here if you'd like to read them, look into the thing, just some frequently asked questions that we get. If you're into marketing and want to become an affiliate, you'll get an affiliate code. You can promote the Discord. You'll get 10% of whatever you bring in. So it's just kind of the product page here. So I want to dive into the Discord now. So obviously, like I said, some things have changed. Some channels have changed, so we're going to kind of touch on them. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in some of these kind of self-explanatory channels, but your announcements channel, obviously any major announcements here. And at the top of every channel as well, you can come up here and click, and you can do this on mobile as well. If you click here, it's going to give you a little description of what goes on in that channel. So this is really useful if you might be newer to trading, just kind of want to see what's in that channel, but self-explanatory. If you kind of look up there, I have some deep dives on some of the other channels here as well on those. Community rules, obviously very simple. Familiarize yourself with the rules. I don't message people. There's a lot of spammers on Discord that are messaging people, so I will not message you asking you to send me money to trade for you. Don't send anybody money in here at all, obviously. If you have a question, you can always ask in the main chat as well. Disclaimer, again, we're not giving financial advice or anything in here. This is a chat Discord, so we're chatting. I might be posting unusual flow that I see, which I post flow every day, but none of this is financial advice. You can familiarize yourself with the Discord. And back to the announcements thing. Again, if these are my verified links, do not click on any links that are given to you unless they are strictly from my link tree, and you can come in here and get that. Your main chat, this is where all the chatting goes on throughout the day. Talk about food. We show Hank going to the lake. This is obviously on a Saturday, so it's a little different, but yeah, I mean, most of the chat during hours as well here. I mean, we're chatting market, we're talking about gamma, looking at flow. I mean, doing a lot of that. It's very market heavy during the market. Weekends, obviously, people can kind of mess around a little bit. So the daily briefing section, I do an evening briefing and I do a morning briefing. And a weekly outlook. So the ones that are on X that you see are they're smaller outlooks. I actually do very deep dive weekly outlooks here, kind of touch on the data, how it's going to impact the market, any of the events, any of the earnings, just kind of some things to look at when the earnings come in here. So that's kind of what that weekly outlook is. It's a deeper dive, so always familiar yourself with the weekly outlook. Market tide page, I try to update this every 30 minutes. I'm very consistent in updating that. Again, if you come up to the top of the channel here, so you're looking, I have a good description here, obviously. It's a little more to just than following the description, but market tide's going to give you sentiment. I have a video on this as well. Market wealth here. You obviously self-explanatory. Members can share their wins here. Don't feel pressured to share wins if you don't want to. If you want to, feel great too. It's nice to see people win. Your questions category. Again, pretty self-explanatory. If you have a question about anything, if you have a question about unusual whales, a certain channel, anything, feel free to ask in here. I try to get back to everybody in here as quick as possible. If you have an urgent question to ask in the main chat, you can always tag me. There's a couple moderators as well that are really good at answering questions as well. Sports chat as we head into the sports season here. Obviously, people talk about football, baseball, whatever. Feel free to keep that sports related there as well. Spreadsheet tracking. So this will kind of come in tied with the next area as well. So my spreadsheet are from the flow alerts, ETF flow, and your flow and charts. So those are the 3 sections that are tracked in the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is updated on a weekly basis. So that flow, when it comes in on Monday, it's tracked for that week. If that flow comes in on Friday, obviously it's tracked for that Friday as well. So keep that in mind. But this will be in the flow recap video with a actual Excel spreadsheet with some notes in there as well. Flow alert. So this is one of the bigger changes here. Again, please come up here and look. So with this, I'm combining the ask side flow and the bid side flow here. So everything's going to be a buy unless it's specifically like with the ask side or the bid side flow here. If you don't see in bold like this here where it says selling calls or selling puts next to this, this is a buy. So you would be buying calls or buying puts. ETF flow. This is SPY, QQQ, any of the ETFs. Same setup as the flow alerts. Long-term flow, this is flow that's longer than 100 days. This is not tracked. Earnings flow, and again, earnings flow is always a gamble, so like I say, please come up here and look. This is flow that is overlapping earnings that expires that week. So if we have Palantir reporting tomorrow, any of that flow that would end on the 8th would be considered week or earnings flow. So has to be a weekly expiration that overlaps earnings. If earnings are 5 days away and the flow is 15 days out, it's not going to be shown in here. Flow and charts. So these are the trades that I'm taking, that I'm putting on a full position here. So with these, I give some guidance. We have a setup here. I will do some flow charts, kind of match it up, and kind of give some guidance in here as well. So when we're looking to manage risk, all that there. Spotlight flow again. So this is flow that I'm going to be pulling from the nightly hottest contracts, highest volume. That the flow looks good, but it might not match my criteria perfectly. Like if I don't see the IV increasing all the way, if something's wrong with the spread. But it's still interesting flow, but it's flow that may not match my qualifications perfectly. So our market data, this is a big section here. This is updated twice a day. You have your morning market stats, so you're going to have your pre-market gainers, losers in here. ETF in and out flow from the previous day. Open interest changes. Your analyst ratings. A daily gamma update on SPY. So this is tracked, obviously, in a running format. What your crypto whales are doing at the time. Your SPY max pain for the day, and any new congressional trades that may have came in the next day. So your next area here is your evening market stats. This is going to have your top gainers, losers, unusual volume from the day, and most active stocks on the day. Insider transactions from the day. Your top tickers by net premium and your top net impact. Hottest contracts from the day. Your highest volume contracts from the day. Sector flow from the day as well. So that's kind of your 2 areas, and obviously you're broken into 2 sections here. You have your morning market stats. When you come down to evening market stats, there's your evening market stats. So our economic breakdowns, so all the major economic events that I highlight get broken down. And again, everything will be in PDF format, so easy to read, easy to download on your phone and look. Earnings breakdowns, again, this is the same there. I break down earnings, dig through the earnings. I have a background in finance, so you will see the, let me get out of there. A lot of the kind of deep down breakdowns here. So I like to tell people, if you're interested in actually investing in individual stocks, this is a good spot to hang out in. So your news area, daily economic events, I will post the next day's events ahead of time, and then I will post the day's data in a consolidated form like that. Daily earnings, this is just your earnings for the next day. You can see your past reactions, EPS estimates, just kind of the implied move, all that stuff for those that like that. Weekly earnings, these are updated on Friday. I get these out for the week and obviously for the next week. These are your earnings for the week, and again, everything covered in here will be broken down as well with the weekly major releases. So again, you can see here just your earnings calendar. I'll kind of highlight the earnings that stick out. Your weekly dividends, for those that might, be trying to see what dividends coming up. Your weekly major releases, again, all of these will be covered and posted in the economic data breakdown. Your monthly major releases, this is obviously updated once a month. I'm just taking your high impact releases, kind of put a lot of information in here. Just kind of, it's nice to know what's coming up. Your monthly seasonality trends, so just S&P 500 stock trends here. You got the Stock Traders Almanac for the week that gets updated as well. Unusual Whales News, this is just a feed where you can have news in here just coming in throughout the day. Your breaking market news as well too. I have 2 news sources pulling in just in case one ever decided to pop out. Your Twitter X feeds, obviously I have my feed in here. I have Snorlax. There's only a couple people that I would trust with Flow, so I mean this is kind of a very short list. So Snorlax is one that I would trust with Flow reads. You got Bloomberg's Twitter feed if you want any news coming in there. The Unusual Whales Twitter news feed, the Kobayashi Letter Twitter feed, and Nicholas's or Mr. Stonerman's Twitter feed as well too. He posts a lot of Periscope stuff, so I like to kind of have that in there as well. So your learning zone down here, this is your last spot. All the live streams from the week are posted in here. Self-explanatory. Downloadable guides. All of the learning resources are in here. So the learning resources that you see on Gumroad, these are all available inside Stock Hub. So I try to make it an incentive to just come get Stock Hub, and you get all the learning resources for free. But I understand there's people that don't like Discord or don't want to be part of a Discord and just want downloadable guides. So feel free to, you can get those too. Just some market resources. These are just kind of yearly market resources. I have a basic trading checklist for anybody. Just some basic stock patterns. Just different types of candles with some information there. Your 2025 calendar, so you can see what days were open, closed. Your 2025 Hot Dove FOMC voter list, and just a Fed speaker impact chart. So just some little data there. And I also have a helpful websites area. This is where I pull a lot of my data from. All of these, you can get a lot of the data as well. And then YouTube videos. These are just my YouTube videos that are posted as well. And I do want to show everybody a couple other things. So on this right side too, if you scroll past the members, I do have a bot that pulls in the tickers for the day and kind of what they're doing. You can just see a quick site of what's going on, crypto, so and so, all that in here. Forex, got some metals in there, so got that there. And another cool tool, if you got something you want to look up, if you just come in here and hit that backslash, you can pull up, I have a couple other bots here as well. So you want to look it up, Unusual Whales, you want to pull up something in here, it's just gonna, let's just do like the Congress recent trades. You just pull that in here, you do the last 20 of them. I don't want to pop it in here right now just because it's Saturday and everybody's going to be like, or Sunday, everybody's going to be like, what's going on? But the free bot, obviously, you get a lot of stuff in here with that. So you just come in here. I mean, if you got anything in here, it is a little limited, but you do get a lot of stuff in here if you want to track anything. And again, this is free to anybody that's coming in as well. If you got a question you just want to take a peek at or anything, but yeah, that's just kind of a basic overview of the Discord. Very friendly community. Very great, especially if you want to use unusual wills, kind of check flow with other members as well. But that is all I got. And again, if you'd like to join, it's month to month. If you want to get a discounted yearly subscription, you get 2 months free. And there is a lifetime subscription if interested as well. But all right, everybody, happy trading.